1936 Plymouth or something, I don't know, old. So we went to Salt Lake, and Gwynn's folks his uncle lived in Salt Lake. So we traded and took their car, which was nice, and just drove down to to some towns, and he had a missionary companion that lived down there somewhere around Provo, a little town.
He knew people
in Provo.
all over.
And so we were gone 3 days, then we came back and we traded our cars. And the next day, that night, that same day, Barrett started for home. So we drove to Logan in a snowstorm, and we got home about 9 o'clock or something like that, and the phone was ringing, and Barrett's had a terrible accident in Nevada.
No.
They were both in the hospital.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that weird?
Wow.
They had a passenger with them too, and she had a broken leg. Mother had a broken arm, and Grandpa, my father-in-law, he had hurt his neck.
Where did they live?
In California. In what town did the Barretts live in?
Berkeley.
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 They lived in Berkeley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so somewhere in Nevada, he fell asleep. I
You
guess.
get more
Driving.
in your head to think of
And they
Berkeley
were
right
old.
away.
Wow. And so he was quite a while recovering from that. My father-in-law.
They got around. They
That's the way we started our
Wow.
marriage. It wasn't good.
They moved around too, didn't they?
Yeah, they grew up in Logan in the 11th Ward.
But
On 3rd North, 2nd North, where are Jenkins, or just before you get
south,
to 2nd
so it'll be
North?
second.
Okay,
second
there's a
south.
big house on 2nd North, 2nd East, I don't mean North, 2nd East, you go up 3rd South to 2nd East. And then there was an old lady that lived in that little white house on the corner. And then there was, I don't know if it was the next house or the next house, but there was a big house with a big front porch that's still there.
Oh.
And they lived there, and they lived in the 11th Ward.
Oh.
And my father-in-law was ward clerk. And I was just little. I didn't know.
So he knew your
He knew our
parents.
family.
Yeah.
But I don't remember Gwynn because he was just
Yeah.
2 years older than me. And they moved when he was about 12, I think,
They lived
to
up in-
Arizona.
Oh, okay.
They
He
lived
lived
in
on the
Phoenix.
bishop back in the south. And
But they
Henry
started
knew.
out in Logan. She was from Brigham City, and he was a Barrett from Logan.
Oh.
On 5th North,
What was her maiden
About-
name?
about 5 blocks down on 5th North, was an old house set back in. It was his parents' house, and his dad was kind of he didn't work. He had broke his leg and never got fixed right. And he used to go downtown, sit on the bench and talk to his cronies and on the courthouse
Oh
lawn.
my goodness. That's funny.
That was Gwynn's grandfather.
That's funny.
But he had a sweet grandmother. She died while he was on his mission, but they wouldn't let him come home, so he felt bad about that. Anyway.
Were you just a young married couple when you lived in Providence?
Yeah. Yes.
In that
yes, we
little
had
house.
had Karen.
Okay.
Karen was, we had Janet too.
Okay.
Janet, well, we weren't that yet. We got married in February. I had Karen in November. 9 months and 2 weeks. Anyway, so the next November I had Karen. And then we moved up the canyon. Who was the guy that made
I've forgotten.
what was their name? They had a big business in Logan making